Always worried about everybody else, aren't you?
I am. I'm a team player.
I know you're worried about that.
Long practice, but I started kind of, got a little upset a little early with the offense, with the drops and stuff like that, but did they come on as they went on or not, in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, we just can't put the ball on the ground, and when the ball's on the ground, whether it's a drop pass or a fumble or a drop snap or something like that, it's going to, the wrath of God is going to come down. So, but they responded well. I just want to see how they bounce back after that, and they did. And it's good practice.
The last drill, offense catches up a little bit. Can you talk about that? Although I know you didn't get the last play in, but.
Well, the last drill was a goal line drill. Actually, the defense got the best in that drill. It was pretty much stacked against the run. We try to. I installed some things today that were relatively new, and first time their offense ran them, so execution wasn't great. But the defense did a great job of execution and stopping the offense, and they've done it a couple times last year. I hope they can do it a couple times this year.
You have an update on Charlie Thomas?
I don't.
Coach, just in general, what units do you feel have really made the most progress this spring?
It's hard to say because we're missing some people in the secondary, so it's hard to have a true evaluation of that. I think our linebackers are starting to make some progress. Our inside linebackers in particular are starting to make some progress. I saw them make some plays out here today. It's a position we really don't have Garrick Williams out there full speed. We have some young guys in there, and I saw some growth there during the spring. The offensive line was making progress for 2 weeks, and then we started switching guys around just to protect ourselves against injury, and so they took a step backwards a little bit, but next week they should be able to pick back up. And I think the quarterbacks as a whole have made a lot of progress.
Sure, hard to be when you see Fuller go down early like he did?
No, you can't hurt Fuller. He's not going to. He won't get hurt. He didn't come back again. I was worried about it.
Coach, after 3 weeks here, going into your final week, really, what's the goal? What do you want to accomplish in the last week?
I want to set the tone that we're a physical football team on offense, defense, and special teams. We've had a lot of banging this spring, a lot of contact drills. I'm very careful, blow a quick whistle. Very careful when we take backs to the ground and when we don't, so we don't get anybody hurt. We've been very fortunate that way. But I want us to come out being a physical football team. So they feel like that's how you win football games, because that is how you win football games.
In the past, you've moved the tight end a lot, let him play fullback and all that. Got a few other people trying that position in the spring here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, we moved Woolrich to fullback, and it's mainly fullback when we're in a heavier personnel group, but I also put him in there in some of the lighter personnel groups just to see him block. It's a new position for him. Obviously, he's trying to feel his way through there. He's certainly big enough and strong enough to do that, but it takes some work. So we're taking a look at him. So I'm probably a little more of him than you have in the past.
Do you like what he's saying?
At times, he's done a nice job. Other times, he's just kind of tentative, feeling his way through the plane until he figures it out. But he's trying to figure it out, and hopefully he will in the next week.
Coach, I know you've talked about the first group of receivers, the first 4 that really impressed you. What about the second group? How's the depth there at receiver?
Well, I'm still waiting for some guys to really step up in that group. Sometimes when you play behind a Jeff Foley, you kind of take a back seat to that. I don't want anybody to take a back seat to anybody, so I challenge them all to try to be the best receiver on our team. But sometimes that's me wishing and them not doing. So we need guys to step forward. At times, Brandel Jackson has made that move and step forward. He's made some big catches in practice, but consistency is the big thing with him, and staying healthy is the big thing with him. And he's a very talented young man. I really like him, and I like to see him step forward. So we really need him to do that.
Sometimes in the shotgun, you have trouble, it seems like, with snaps a little bit. Is that something that concerns you, or is it something that he'll get as time goes on, which is kind of new to him?
No, it concerns me. Anytime we have a bad snap, I always think of, when we're out there, we're in a game. We practice like we're in the game. We're always practicing the situation, so you can't accept an errant snap. So it concerns me greatly when we don't have good snaps. Brian's thinking way too much about it. He was real good the first week and a little shaky the last 2. He's not throwing them over his head, but they're off to the side and taking away from the effectiveness of the quarterback. Quarterback has to go down. We do about 50% of the stuff under center, so it's not a problem there. But the other 50%, we got to be able to get our snaps better. That's certainly something we'll continue to work on this summer.
Coach, what about just special teams in general? Are you pleased with the progress you're making on special teams?
I am. We're working good against good on a kickoff and kickoff return, so we're getting double work there, which I think is good because in special teams it's hard to get service team work to do it the way you want to do it. So we're going good versus good, trying to keep them healthy, keep them off the ground at the same time. But it's really helping us make a lot of progress, so we're able to work once, and I think that'll bode well for the season.
You gave Bullock a little bit of a workout there for one run there. What do you feel about what he did?
I thought initially he did really well, and I always try to put him in game-like situations. And one of those kicks where I told him we're Norman, Oklahoma, with a field goal to win, you got to make it, and we missed that one. But he came back and made one after that. So I thought he kicked the ball very well, with the exception of one. And the wind was pretty tough out there, and so he had to play the wind a little bit, and it kind of got to him. The deeper we went out, the more the wind played a factor on his kick.
At the end, how far was he out there? Probably. How far out?
I think we had the ball on the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Thank you.